Hello and welcome to this weather update at 7:30, January 27th, 2019, and we're looking at the satellite image for the whole United States right now, and you can see a familiar pattern here. We are stuck. The whole East Coast is stuck in the clouds. The moisture is coming up, pretty much off the Gulf of Mexico, off the Atlantic Ocean, and riding up the East Coast. Very beautiful, clear weather in the Midwest. It looks like a passing storm in the southwest here, but some clear sky behind that. Just, more of the same. But we do have some changes that are going to be taking place this week, and another chance for some clear weather, and maybe just a little bit of snow. So let's first take a look at the current observations outside right now. It's kind of warm tonight. 41 degrees in Farmingdale, and it did hit. Let's see what the high was today. It was probably in the 40s today. 46 was the high at Farmingdale, so again, it was kind of a mild day, above normal by about 10 degrees. Let's take a look at New Jersey. 41 also there. Let's see what the high was there. I have a feeling it was warmer. Yep, it hit 50 degrees there in Toms River. So let's take a look at the models. Let's see what is going on, what is going to be happening, what is going to be taking place. So you can see here that there is a low pressure system that has formed over Florida that is going to be moving out to sea. We will not be experiencing any precipitation from this low pressure system. It will just be bringing us clouds tomorrow. That low pressure system now, had the pattern been different, this and this could have phased into a coastal storm, but they're missing each other pretty much. This storm is going out, and we won't have a coastal storm. And this is the Clipper type system and its associated Arctic front that will be approaching us on Tuesday, bringing a big change in our weather. And this front actually, it looks like there might be a little snow on the back side of it. There's a weak area of low pressure forms along the front, maybe a very weak area of snow. Probably won't be that much, but maybe it'll be something, because we haven't had any snow this. It would be crazy to go through the entire month of January without one snowfall. It's crazy. It's not normal. So behind it, you can see this huge sprawling high pressure area, and this is all Arctic air right here that is going to be coming down Wednesday into Thursday. But the problem is it retreats, and then we are back into more warm air again, and another rainstorm possible for Monday. So again, no real snowstorms on this there, because another rainstorm, and you can see there's a ridge in the east again. So this is the problem we are having throughout this winter. There's been just a terrible pattern. For snow lovers, but also for folks who like clear skies. It's just been absolutely just awful for us here on the East Coast. So let's take a look, and I'll show you the cold air that's going to be coming down. Hopefully this will bring some clear skies with it. So here comes the cold air coming down, and look at that. Look at some of these temperatures across the upper Midwest here. It's 35 below Wednesday morning. Chicago will be 25 below. So this is very, very cold air. And they're going to, in Chicago, they're going to struggle for a high of 20 below. Imagine that. Now imagine if we were getting into that. Unfortunately, it's aimed directly at them. I really wish this was coming right toward us. This would have, if we got this air mass here, that would have been the end of those pine beetles. It would have been the end of them. But unfortunately, it was aimed at the upper Midwest and not us. And so we're not going to really be getting into the core of this, but we're still going to be getting in. You could see the cold. We'll go a little closer in our area, but I'm just using this to show you where the cold air is. And you can see here that Thursday and Friday are going to be cold days. But then what happens is it starts retreating a little bit. So weekend probably still cold, but then what happens is we start seeing the retreat and a warm-up develop along the East Coast and another ridge again. So this is the constant issue we're having here on the East Coast. And then after that, the coldest of the Arctic air kind of just stays in Canada. You can kind of see where the jet stream is. It tries to come down, but again, we get glancing blows. Hopefully, at least we can get some clear skies out of them, I hope. So let's go a little closer into our area here and show you what's going to be happening with the temperatures this week. So as we go into tomorrow, we have a weak cold front passing through. Oh. Whoops. I'm sorry. My mind feels like it's like clogged up because I haven't been to the Pine Barrens in so long. and I do apologize for that, but it's messed me up seriously. So Monday here, you see temperatures drop to around 30, low 30s for highs. It warms back up again on Tuesday, a little bit ahead of that front. We're dealing with some 40s, and then behind the front, we have this cold down that's going to start on Wednesday, where your highs are going to be dropping in through the 20s. And then for Thursday morning, it's going to be very frigid. Temperatures around possibly around 0 across our area, and then we recover to the mid-teens for Thursday afternoon. Friday comes up a little more to the mid-20s. And Saturday, we're still in the mid-20s, and Sunday we're starting to recover into around 35. I'm only going to go about a week in advance here. All right, so let's take a look and see this next precipitation event on this model here, and then we'll look at the clouds. All right, so look at this. So again, we have this front. Here is the front approaching us on Tuesday. And you can see starts off as rain, but then as the cold air comes in on the backside, there might be a little bit of light snow. I don't think it's going to amount to very much, but maybe an inch, maybe. We'll have to see what the model outputs. That moves away, and then we're just left with the cold, dry air. But will it be clear? That's the question. So there's a little chance of some snow later Friday. It's a weak type of system, but it's very weak, as you can see. Moves across. So let's see what the snowfall totals are here on this map. And I'm pretty sure this is the only model I can use this far in advance. Let's see what we got here. So yeah, it gives us it has us in the darkest blue, so an inch or less generally across our area. If you'd have to go a little further to the west to get a little more substantial snow out of this. Now I could try for the NAM. I don't think it's going to go far enough out, but I'll try. Yeah, the NAM has a similar setup here. This is going out to 6Z, so yeah, I guess that does go out far enough. Look at this on the NAM. You can see it's just very light precipitation, so it really won't amount to very much at all. It'll be very light, but whatever falls should stay on the ground. Whatever falls, but it probably won't be very much according to these models. All right, so now let's go ahead and look at what the sky's going to do. I'll start using the NAM. I am already using the NAM. That's my mistake. I do apologize. Said this weather has gotten me really messed up. I do apologize. All right, so again, this is the 18Z run. You can see we got this stalled front offshore for tomorrow. It's very frustrating because just to our north and west, they probably have clear skies over here, but we're not going to get into that. No, I'm sorry. We're going to be dealing with more clouds again. And you can see here those clouds trying to. This is the second batch of clouds that's coming with the front. So Tuesday won't be cloudy, but maybe Wednesday we might actually have a decent day that day too. If not Wednesday, Thursday. So now let's go ahead and look at the GFS and see what the GFS has. We will take a look at that. All right. So GFS. We'll start with tomorrow first. Again, you can see that stall boundary here pretty much. It's not going to really clear out over us. We're going to be stuck in the cirrus according to the GFS. So I don't think it's going to be a sunny day tomorrow, despite the fact the weather service is saying sunny. I expect a veil of high clouds for Monday. Anyway, Tuesday, clouds roll in. Wednesday, the front clears the area. We might get some clear skies, or the GFS has more cloudiness redeveloping across our area again. And Thursday, really our only chance for clear weather. And it looks like, at least over New Jersey, the east end of Long Island might have some ocean effect or Long Island Sound effect, snow and clouds. But at least over New Jersey, it looks like it's going to be clear. It's just going to be really cold. After that, we go into Friday. More clouds roll in again. That's that next week system there. And then the weekend, even though it's cold, you can see we're kind of stuck in the clouds again. So that Thursday, it looks like the only clear day we're going to have. After that, you can see, I'll just go, even though this far out, it's not very accurate. You can see we're pretty much stuck in the clouds. It's just the same old story again with the clouds. And it is driving me up the wall. It really, really is. So, in this part of the weather report, we're going to have this. What if we were in Flagstaff part of the weather report? All right. So, what if we were in Flagstaff? What if we were not in the Northeast or on the East Coast? What kind of weather would we be having? What you know? And of course, the weather there is beautiful once again. So, I'm going to show you well, this is the model, first of all, and you can see that this is where Flagstaff is. You can see maybe they have a few cloudy days, but they have at least 3 or 4 clear days in here, at least. A good number of clear days that they have, all right? It's not like what we're dealing with, all right? And you can see here again, this is the high-resolution satellite image for today from the MODIS satellite, and you can see the, why ain't this zooming? You can see the clouds over us here. You can see there's just high clouds over us, always clouds around in the east, and you can see the problem is this moisture that's coming off the ocean. That's the problem. The moisture that's coming off the ocean is always an issue for us with climate change. You can see the moisture coming right up off the Gulf of Mexico up the East Coast, and this is a constant problem because what can I tell you? It's a constant problem, and it's really, really annoying. And is this the way it's going to be from now on? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how I'm going to survive this. I mean, look, I love pitch pines. They're my favorite pines, and I love the pine barrens. But if the weather's like this all the time, I don't know I'm going to be able to deal with this. I need blue sky. I need blue sky. I gotta have blue sky, man. Not having blue sky anymore is really just killing my spirit. What can I tell you? It's horrible. But you can see here this moisture flow coming right out of the Gulf of Mexico up the East Coast. But if you go west, here's the thing. Again, I explained to you. We got this boiling hot water in the Atlantic. We got this boiling hot water in the Gulf of Mexico. But you don't have this in the Pacific. And so, therefore, they don't get these problems on the West Coast. All right? So that's why they've had a nice clear day in Arizona today. It looks like maybe they've had a few. That actually might be snow. I don't know if that's cloud. That might actually be snow. But they've had a nice clear day. But it wasn't always like this, man. So I'll just show you the weather observations for Flagstaff here, and you can see they've had the past 48 hours has been clear, completely clear. Temperatures looks like at night it goes down into the teens. They have a big diurnal variation. Some days we're in the 40s, some days we're in the 50s. It looks like they had a 57-degree temperature today, which is a little mild, but the dew points have stayed low, and the sky was clear. And that's the main thing, to have that clear sky, But let me just take you back a little bit on this satellite image. I want to take you back before I wrap up this weather update, because it wasn't all that long ago, and we did have decent weather in the Northeast. It wasn't that long ago. In fact, all we need to do is go back a year. I'm going to take this back to 2018, and we're going to go back to January 1st. You can actually go all the way back. There's actually an archive of all the satellite images from these days. And we can take a look at the weather in the beginning of 2018. And the weather in the beginning of 2018, a little over a year ago, was beautiful in the Northeast. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't that. This is just a recent phenomenon within the last 6 months or so that we've been dealing. I guess ever since the later part of last winter and into the summer that we've been dealing with these endless cloudy days. So anyway, here is what it looks like. It looked like in the Northeast on January 1st, 2018, and it was a beautiful, clear day. You could see not a cloud in the sky across the New Jersey Pine Barrens here. We pull it in a little more. Not a cloud in the sky in New Jersey. Not a cloud in the sky on Long Island. The clouds are offshore because it's cold air. It's coming right out of Canada, right from the north. And then we go to January 2nd. I think we had another nice day. We had a little more cirrus around, I think, that day, but it was still fairly clear. Not a whole lot. And then we go to January 3rd. We had a little more clouds. 4th, we had another snowstorm, I think. Yeah, you can see here's the storm right there. There's a snowstorm on the 4th. And then after that, that cleared out. And then we had another nice clear day across New Jersey, Long Island, and also there's pine barrens also in Cape Cod in Massachusetts too. So all the major pine barrens in the east had a nice day. And look at that, January 6th, also a clear day. January 7th, another clear day. So again, we got it. Over a year ago we had it. We got to break out of this pattern. It's terrible pattern. We got to break out of it. We got to hopefully break out of it. If it never ends, I can't imagine, but it's got to end, because it's got to end. It's got to end. So pray with me that we get this pattern out of here and we get winter and clear skies back into the Northeast. Pray with me. All right? Pray with me. I just want to go over with you just how much nice weather we had last January. This was the 1st of January 2018 at Jakes Branch Park. This was the 3rd of January 2018 at Heckscher State Park, showing you all the nice days. This was the 5th, I believe the 5th, at Pine Lawn, the 5th of January. This was the 6th of January, Winding River Park in Toms River, after a fresh snowfall there also. And this was I think the 13th of January. I'm trying to remember all the dates here. This was the 14th of January at Double Trouble Park. This was the 17th, or I think the 18th, in Edgewood Preserve, and this was the Pine Lawn sometime I think around the 19th. Can't remember all the dates, but you could see we had how many nice days? We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had 8 days in the Pine Barrens last January. This January, we barely could squeak out one. It's pretty pathetic. This pattern has got to go. We got to get our blue skies back. That's it for this weather update.